about the past 11 weeks, working on a principle that I've chosen. I've chosen to work on my same back family, for their family history. I was fortunate enough to receive a book from my grandmother that she got from a great niece or cousin, or that researched the Steinberg line. In the past, I took just this direct line, and I worked on the direct line, and I added that to my family search application, and added to my family line. So I decided that I will work with the extended family, and then just add more names, and link more of the family. While I was doing this, I've learned little tidbits of history, which is really nice. And it's like Elder Gong told us in the last conference, and I think in the April conference, tell a story where he said that we need to concentrate more on the storyline, not just the names, the places, and the dates. Anyway, so I've learned that my great-great-grandfather, Steinberg, he worked for the company, like they called them that time, the government, and they were unhappy about the fare and what they were paid, and so they called a strike. They had a sit down, and they refused to work, and they were all locked up, and then they started with the hearings, and the first few were all executed publicly by being hung in the court or whatever at the palace, at the Castile, like they call it here in Cape Town. Luckily, my great-grandfather's surname started with S, so by the time they got halfway through, they realized, but if they do this, they will have no one to work for them anymore. So by the time they got to my great-great-grandfather, he was punished to work for a year without any pay or any pay. So his strike really backfired, and he didn't get more money, he got less. He had to work for a year without pay. But this just taught me that when we do our part, we will learn to love our ancestors. We will learn to get to know them. Elder Boyd K. Packer said, ordinances and covenants become our credential for admission into his presence. To worthily receive them is a quest of a lifetime. To keep them thereafter is the challenge of mortality. So my challenge is to keep on working with my family history to make sure that I would be able to fulfill my calling on earth, to work for my ancestors. In the last conference, President Nelson told us that we need to think celestial. And honestly, we cannot think celestial if we leave our ancestors behind. They didn't have the opportunity to accept the gospel like we did. So it is our duty to make sure that we take the names of our ancestors to the temple and fulfill their work for them here on earth, so that they can accept the gospel wherever they are. And yeah, so that was a great lesson for me the past few weeks, and it just firmed my testimony in what I believe in.